Innovations is a public school located right here in this beautiful spot, sitting right up above Kailua town. We're a small school. We're student-centered. We have about 125 students in 1st through 6th grade. We really believe in nurturing children here and providing them with quality education, rigorous, challenging education, but education that's fun, that really engages the learner. My philosophy of education and how children learn is that the children have to be engaged in their learning. You hear the term hands-on, but that really is what helps children to remember what they've learned. We've taken on a project-based approach so that our kids have the opportunity to work on real-world projects. We use a theme-based approach which gives the children the opportunity to think globally about content and what they're learning so that they look at the big picture and carry that throughout their learning throughout the day, so that the learning isn't compartmentalized. It's not that they just do language arts for an hour and they do math for an hour and then they go do science for an hour and social study. Everything is integrated so that it all has meaning.
At Innovations, we promised from the beginning that we felt that the arts was an important part of a child's day and not an extra part of their day. We felt it was an integral part of their education. So we have music, PE, art, and drama. And those subjects are taught by people experienced and trained in those areas. Versus when I was a classroom teacher before, I had to teach all of those things, and I did it to the best of my ability, but they definitely were not skill-based lessons that I had training in. And I think it just creates a really well-rounded child, someone that is able to tie their content knowledge into performing arts or music or drawing and use that to enhance their learning. So I think it does make an impact on their academic success. We have multi-age classrooms, and the reason that we started that was we don't believe philosophically that a child that is 8 years old needs to be doing what all other 8-year-olds are doing just because that defines them as a second grader. That kids move at their own pace, they develop at their own pace, so we put them in a room that has more flexibility in skill ranges and strengths, passions, and interests. So they are in groups of 1st and 2nd graders, 3rd and 4th graders are together, and 5th and 6th graders are together. And we loop with them, so I would have my 5th graders through their 6th grade year as well.
The theme this year is power, and the team teachers come together and decide what units they know their kids still need, and we come together and put together some great units that they can work on and hopefully have a lot of fun doing. Right now, our 5th and 6th graders are doing a native Hawaiian garden, and they're turning in the back landscape into a native Hawaiian garden. And they are doing everything from planning to shoveling, raking, researching, and planting, and then maintaining the plants also. We're working on it in language arts, science, math, history, all centered around the native Hawaiian garden. All research shows that when you do it, you get a better understanding, and they will have better understanding of not just what they're working on, but also what it ties to in the world and their future also.
Innovations is a team-managed school, and each member of that team, their ideas are very valued. And in some cases, sometimes, the process takes a lot longer than what you would like because you are valuing everybody's opinion and their experience and their expertise. And so you do take a little bit longer to come to decisions. But, you're not having a principal or administration saying, "Yep, this is what you're doing, this is how you do it, this is when you do it." And so therefore you have more of a buy-in of the teachers, buying into what's going on to your environment and into your curriculum, because they're all a part of it.
We try to give the students at Innovations an opportunity to explore their interests. So with the interest groups, a generation of topics happens in the classrooms for each grade level. The kids decide, oh, this is something I'd be interested in this trimester. I'm interested in fishing or gymnastics or sports club or photography. So they generate the list, and then they're able to pick from the list of things that then the teachers say, oh, we can offer these things this time. We have community members that can help, and then the students are enrolled in that by choice for about 6 weeks, and they have a couple hours on Friday that they are able to explore their interest through their own choosings. And they love it.
It means more and more to me as time goes on to encourage the youth and to spark excitement in the arts. And for me, there's no greater reward than watching kids blossom, not only in the productions that I do with them, but also at assemblies and within the classroom, just seeing that interest. Right now the kids are writing little biographies about what they like about the arts. And it's amazing to me that they just think it's so much fun, and it's a hobby that they want to do for the rest of their life.
We are based really again on meeting children's needs and total child, instructing children the total child, which means body, mind, and spirit. And I think that speaks for itself. But my hope also is for Innovations to grow in terms of moving into meeting the needs of children at the middle school level, and possibly, hopefully, even moving into a high school. And that would be something to look for in the future.
I think there are two really important factors that make a good school. Number one is to have excellent teachers, and the second really important thing is to have a facility that reflects how much you care about education. If you give students a beautiful campus, they will respond in kind, as well as attracting the best teachers. So a beautiful campus is really important. So I chose to work on helping to develop the campus because I believe that the campus is incredibly important to the learning environment that you provide.
That was one of my favorite experiences, building our school campus. There were many years where we were very scared and we were very frustrated because we didn't know if we'd have a campus. And I spent the beginning of last year with my students in a tent with a dirt floor. But we spent our weekends up here on our new campus, digging trenches, raking leaves, poisoning grass, weeding, laying foundation, and insulating, and so on. And it was a wonderful experience because you were side by side with other parents and other members of our learning community, knowing each other at a different level. And it was a tremendous experience. Not a single call for help went out to our school community that was not answered. Every single time we emailed or called for help, help arrived.
Test scores are how the community measures success, and we've been a Hawaii Distinguished School in 2004, 2006, and we've met our adequate yearly progress every year for the last 5 years. So academically, our students do well.
My hope for what's next for innovations would be that eventually we go all the way. I really want to see us go up through high school. I would love to see us partner with a college and offer some adult education classes for parents so that we're actually going through the university level in a way. So how do we get there? Hard work. We keep working away. We need everybody's help. I think we need to educate people about what we're about, invite everybody in that we can and say, you know, we're part of this community and we can't succeed without your being a part of us too.
We were a very working class school. You know, one of the really critical things that keeps me motivated to get out there and ask for money, which is, you know, a hard thing to do sometimes, is the diversity of people in this school. I mean, you know, kids from every economic background, every cultural background, all working together is just a little bit of a miracle, I think. It just feels so good.
In order for innovations to be successful, we need to not only continue along the path of the community, the financial community support that we've received, but we need to accelerate it. We need to get it to a higher level. The need for a diverse school, such as this charter school, is making itself more and more evident by the list that we have every year at the lottery and how many people want to be a part of this whole thing. What it speaks to is that we need to continue to expand that. In order to expand that, we need to get more businesses involved and more individuals involved in helping us to achieve those goals. Everybody can do their part. It doesn't have to be a huge amount of money, but everybody can do their part. And some of those might be in services, some of those might be in monies, some of those might be in contacts that people make to introduce one person to another that has a goal and wants to be a part of a school like this that's growing.
My children love to come to school. There are no issues with children fighting or not getting along. Everybody just seems to have a really great team approach, and they all work as groups and they get to know each other really well. And really just the level of education is incredible. There's definitely you can see that they're learning, but at the same time they're having fun. And you know, at this age, it's so nice to see them love school. You know, they never come home saying, "I don't want to go back." It's always, when do we go back to school after a break? It's great.
It's a very good environment. It's very positive. The older ones are expected to treat the younger ones well, which you do not see necessarily at bigger schools. And I'm just very grateful that my children get to go to this school. I love being here.
My son loves coming to school. He was actually sick one day and I had him stay home and he cried because he couldn't come to school.
The lottery is kind of good because you don't know who's going to get it. And it's a mix, and it's like very, integrative in the community. It doesn't represent one socioeconomic class, it represents everything and everyone. And it gives everyone the chance to flourish, have your children flourish. So, I'm stoked. I'm very, very, very lucky.
No secret that the schools in Hawaii are kind of lagging as far as national standards, and it's nice to see the community getting together and trying to do something about that.
The future is, I see, is the growing in our families and our students, making more friends, and yes, building. That's very important. We need more schools here, but innovations will grow with the students. We will all grow with everything around us, and I think most important is that the love will grow even bigger to show that education is very important here in innovation, not only for our children, but for our parents and for the community.